Adrian Spring, once again, with regarding to the adult industry issues. Another issue that is never brought up is why so many people are in the adult industry and who is in it by choice versus who is in it through trafficking. And a huge, and also like pressure because of basically economic collapse and lack of job opportunities. And a huge part of the problem is in our school systems. And basically, the school systems are essentially far too driven with profit and not enough driven with practical function. So basically, we're running into the system where, and this is an international issue, where people are not being taught relevant job skills. Like, I'm sorry, but religious studies doesn't actually do anything with regarding to post secondary education. If it's an elective, that's fine. If you want to study whatever the fuck your religious book is, that's great. Do it on your spare time. If it's something that is to do with future job prospects, don't waste your fucking time with regarding to Bible studies or whatever the, other religion might be. If it doesn't put food on your table, if it doesn't make you understand how to balance your own bank account and prevent yourself from spiraling out of control with debt with a visa, if it doesn't help you to understand how to cook for yourself and bake for yourself and feed yourself, then you're in trouble. And this is why we have a huge international problem of people basically, unless you have the job skills, you can't get the job because you don't have the skills to get the job. That doesn't fucking work. This is a huge problem. I've been a stripper for 11 years, and it's something that I got into partially because I had a huge visa debt. And that was basically built up from college payments that I had to do. And I basically mismanaged myself because of stupidity. But also, the issue was that when I left, high school and, got into college, I didn't have like a relevant job skill. I tried being a secretary, and that was the most boring fucking thing ever. Um, I failed spectacularly because it's just, my distraction level was just off the charts. Um, and the thing ultimately boiled down to if I'd had, or if available in schools, was trades, when you learn how to work a construction site, learn how to do forklifting, heavy equipment operator, mechanic, carpentry. If those skills were taught in high school, like if there was a foundation taught for both genders, not just men, then our trafficking and sex work sectors in the community would be drastically less. But this is not the case. And a huge reason for that is our school systems drastically need to be overhauled. Because memorizing wars that are dead and memorizing so many lessons that don't actually have a modern relevance doesn't help us. So we basically leave school with a diploma that doesn't really have much real world relevance. Another thing that we don't have as well is an understanding of healthy eating and also health overall with regarding to plants that are natural in our own biodiversity, depending on where you are in the world. First Nations teachings, that's something that is drastically underrepresented. And if we incorporated those in our schooling, then overall the community health would be increased. That needs to happen. Um, Basically, yeah. So the bottom line is our overall system needs to change. And only through a foundation shift is the problem of sex trafficking going to actually dissipate to the majority being by choice versus no other alternative, because that's the main problem.